Morning children, it's Mrs. Lee here. We're outside the school at the moment and I wondered if we could just go for a little wander. Come with me. Oh, you know where we're going, don't you? We're going out onto the back playground. It's very early in the morning. Mrs. Lee would like you to use your good listening ears I don't know if you can hear, there is a little bit of background traffic, but there's also, if you look straight ahead in those huge trees over there on the other side of the playground, there are some birds and they are singing. This week it is Big Bird Watch Week, and I thought it would be really good if each day you can go out into your garden, or in school we can go out into the playground and have a little look to see what birds we can see. I'm going to take you back inside now and I'm going to show you a poster that can help us look out for all the different birds that come into our gardens or into our school, and then we can share that with other schools and other people who are doing it at home, and that will build up a picture of all the different birds that are in the UK. Right, see you in 3, 2, 1. Morning children. We were just outside, I'm back inside, still got my coat and hat on. It's a bit chilly inside, the heating's not on just yet. We'll start with our usual routine though, and our first thing that we do is, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? Oh, can you see the long hand? That's right, minute hand is on the 9, and we know that means it's 1:45. And the shorthand, that's the hour hand, is nearly on the 10. So the time is, that's right, it's 9:45. 15 minutes time, it will be 10 o'clock. All right, what else have we got on our board? Well, we're still in January so we're still thinking about Lithuanian as our language of the month. And I wanted to try to say the word bird in Lithuanian. Now, remember, Mrs. Lee might pronounce this wrong, but I think it's pauktis. Have a look at our Makaton sign. Oh, can you see that? Our Makaton sign is bird. What you have to do is get your thumb and your forefinger and then together go bird. Can you do that for me? Bird. That's an easy one, isn't it? And the reason I want to talk about birds with you is because this week there's something really cool happening called the Big Garden Bird Watch, and it's for the whole of the week. And I've got a guide. Now I think that some of your grown-ups might have downloaded this if you're at home, and at school we've got packs of these. Inside, oh my gosh, look at that lovely picture just there. A lovely picture, isn't it, of two birds at a bird bath having a bit of a splash about. This is all about taking part in a piece of research. We're like scientists. We're going to go outside, have a little look and see how many birds we see in our gardens or in our school grounds. And we're going to do that it says for about an hour, but we're not going to be out there for that long, all right? Unless you're really wrapped up warm. It's very, very chilly outside. But when you go outside, stay out there, be very still and quiet. And you need to use your good-looking eyes and your good listening ears so that you can hear and see the different birds that you might find in your garden. Now, this is where Mrs. Smith will get very excited, because if you take out some paper with you and you write down every time you see a bird. Now, obviously there's lots and lots of different birds, so you might need to use this guide. But when you see all the different types of bird, if you try to keep a tally, I don't know if you can see that, every time you see, for instance, a starling in your garden, you put a tally down. All right, a mark down. And when you've got 4 in a row, you cross it, and then that means that there are 5. And then you can count in increments of 5. Now, this sheet's got all the different types of birds that you might be able to see in your garden, and some of them are very colourful, some of them are very similar. So you've got to be really good scientists and do some really, really good observation. Wow, let's have a little look on there. What can we see? Well, I can see a chaffinch. All right, and the difference between the male chaffinch and the female chaffinch is that the male is very bright red, but he's not like a robin though. Look at the robin down here. He's got very, very brown wings, and the robin's just his face and his chest. All right, and a lady robin, a female robin and a male robin look very similar. That's why they haven't changed those ones. I see a lot of these in my garden. Maybe you see lots of those, or robins maybe. Anyway, really exciting stuff. So scientists this week, and we're going to talk a lot about animals this week. So a lot about birds and other animals. And I know coming up in my next assembly, that's tomorrow's assembly, which will be assembly number 16, that lovely Mrs. Short did a video at the weekend, and anybody who knows Mrs. Short knows that she's got, that's right, she's got horses, and she's done us a little video from her stables, so I'm very excited about that. Anyway, I thought we would look in our Lost Words book at one of the poems. Do you remember this book from last week? It's a really, really lovely book, and on this page, I don't know if you can see the letters, lots and lots of jumbled up letters there, but if you can follow the dark gold ones, the more orangey coloured ones, you might be able to work out what my poem's about. Here we go. Starts with a k, I, n, g, f, I, sh, Kingfisher. Now, you probably won't see a kingfisher in your garden, but if you go out for a walk at any time down to the river, and we're very lucky that in our community we've got a river. Now, if you go down to the river, you might be lucky to see a kingfisher. And you might be thinking, what's a kingfisher look like, Mrs. Lee? Well, look at that picture. How gorgeous is that kingfisher? Look at the size of his beak. Right, listen to the words. There's some really, really cool words. Maybe you'll be able to write your own kingfisher poem. The kingfisher. It says, kingfisher, the colour giver, fire bringer, flame flicker, rivers quiver, ink black bill, orange throat, and a quick blue black, ink black bill, orange throat, and a quick blue back gleaming feather stream. He's talking about all the bright colours. Neat and still it sits on a snag of a stick until with gold flare, wing fan, whip crack the kingfisher, zing fisher, sing fisher, flashes down too fast to follow, quick and quicker carves its hollow. In the water slings its arrow, super swift to swallow, stickleback or shrimp or minnow. Halcyon, its other name, also ripple calmer, water nester, evening angler, weather teller, rain bringer, and rainbow bird that sets the stream alight with burn and glitter. Wow. God, some really amazing words in that poem. Maybe you could rewind the video and then listen to those words again, and maybe you could write a poem about a kingfisher. Gosh, it's a beautiful picture. I think if you turn over the page, oh my gosh, there we go. We can see a group of them. And they're down by the willow on the river's edge. Look at those beautiful birds. A super, wasn't it? Really, really lovely little poem there. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you can get outside, have a little look at the birds, listen for the bird song, maybe get up a little bit earlier like Mrs. Lee did and go outside when it may be a bit darker just to hear them singing. It's really, really beautiful. And I will see you tomorrow for assembly number 16, and we will see Mrs. Short's video. Okay. Right, let's finish off with our school prayer. Help me to do the things I should, to be to others kind and good, in all my work and all my play, to grow more loving every day. Amen.